My name is Andrea Cates, and I am doing this presentation for my professional communications class at Northeastern State College with my instructor is Michelle Ferris. I'm going to be doing the presentation over Eleanor Roosevelt and her servants' leadership. I will be discussing how Eleanor Roosevelt used her role as First Lady. She did this by changing social norms, civil rights leadership, and global human rights advocacy. She didn't really care about the First Lady role. It was important to her, but she didn't use that as about clout. She wanted to help people. She invited all members of the United States, all ethnicities to the White House. She wasn't about hosting the garden parties and that sort of thing. She wanted to get in the grunt and help people. As a leader, she redefined the role of First Lady. She used her empathy and courage to shape civil rights. She had a servant's heart for leadership, and she challenged these by hosting weekly parties, and then she would do weekly interviews with reporters, and she had them come, and that was a huge thing for women, to have the backing of the First Lady. She encouraged women to get into the public, to vote, to get involved in politics, to get involved in their communities. And then she also challenged the First Lady's expectations. She didn't have to be just the face behind her husband. The civil rights leadership. According to Bell Scott, she worked with the NAACP for years against segregation laws, anti-lynching laws. She resigned from the Daughter of the American Revolution because they wouldn't allow Marian Anderson to perform the Constitution Hall. This black lady was a wonderful musician. Instead, she set this up at the Lincoln Memorial. That was a huge thing against segregation to show that she didn't tolerate it. She also wanted the same treatment for black military servicemen and women. She wanted them to be able to be treated, to get the same rate of pay. So she, to show her faith, she went and flew in a plane with the black pilot, Charles Anderson. She was able to show that, look, I think he's competent, and the military should too. She also went to Birmingham, Alabama for a conference, and they had it segregated from blacks to whites. And she went to sit on the black side until the police department told her that if she didn't come and sit on the white side, they would arrest her. So instead, she just moved her chair to the middle. That's a big thing for someone that was white back in those days to take that stand against the racial injustice. After her husband died, she spent 8 years as a delegate to the United Nations. She then chaired the committee and played a key role drafting the Universal Declaration of Independence. According to her grandson, she used her experiences at home. She had that empathetic heart. She wanted everyone treated the same. Eleanor Roosevelt used her personal hardships, the death of her parents at an early age. She knew what it was like to be forced to live with, family members, not to have her family. Her friendship with Pauli Murray shaped her views on racial injustice. Pauli Murray was an attorney that would send her cases of horrible people being arrested just for drinking out of water fountains and things like that. She believed that service, you should have an empathetic heart and have dignity and grace. In conclusion, Eleanor Roosevelt saw the importance to change social norms. She, had the guts to stand up for civil rights leadership. She was monumental in establishing the advocacy for global human rights. I encourage each and one of us that we shouldn't get complacent. If we see a wrong, we should right it. That's the thing, we kind of not my circus, not my monkeys type problem. If we see something that needs to, be spoke out about, I hope we use Eleanor encouragement that we stand up, that we get involved in our communities, that we get involved in politics, vote. You know, we don't have to talk about our role, but it's imperative that we do. And I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. What if it wasn't on there?